Hey y'all, what's good, what's good, what's good? I hope you guys have been doing well and taking care of yourselves and all of that good stuff and whatever and what's not. Okay, I'm gonna welcome Spirit in and get you guys your downloads, okay? Okay, Holy Spirit, a pure divine white light of the Most High God, I call you into this message. I ask that you grant me the ability to deliver clear and concise messages to the listener as you see fit. We thank you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will continue to be. We ask you for your divine protection as we travel about and even as we sit still and await your answers to our prayers. Amen. Okay, y'all. So, come on, baby, drive. Thank you. Okay. So, y'all, there is something about some of you guys being, and listen, if you resonate, you resonate. If it's yours, receive it to be so. If it does not flow, let it go. Okay. If it's just not your situation, it's not your situation, right? So, don't force it. Bits and pieces of the message could apply to you, if not the full message, and you can definitely go check out the rest of the channel if you have not already, to see other videos that may be applicable to you as well. All right, tap that subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to the fam if you are already a part of the Divine Elevated Love family and you've already tapped that subscribe button, and definitely hit that like button or leave me a comment down below letting me know how the message resonates with you specifically, okay? And just also so we can, pick up your energy and you can, the reading to be a little more in alignment with, what you got going on, or just simply there is more information about getting your own personal reading for your specific energy down below in the description box as well, okay? Yes, so back to the message. Someone could drive a Jeep of some sort. It doesn't have to be specific because there's many different types of Jeep. I am getting like a Compass. I think that's what it's called, a Jeep Compass, or a Laredo, or a Cherokee. I'm getting those three initially, but it doesn't have to be. You could just, you could drive an actual like Jeep Rubicon or whatever, right? Or that could just be like your favorite car, your dream car, or whatever, okay? But there's something about a Jeep. There's something about a person named Andy. Someone could be a nurse, okay? President Ford. I believe we have a president with the last name Ford. I don't know. That's what just came in, President Ford. So there's something significant about that as well. Maybe you want to look up that president. Maybe the number of his presidency is like your age or just of importance of some sort. Yeah, I don't know. Anywho, someone could also have just had McDonald's or Burger King. You could more specifically, if you resonate with that, whoever you are that had Burger King, you could have had like breakfast for like Burger King breakfast, and then whoever had the McDonald's, you just had it for like your lunch, okay? Someone's name also could be Bill as well, okay? Bill, Billy, William, you name it, okay? Because there's a lot that can apply to that. But yeah, moving forward. Dang, and then see, Spirit, I'm trying to get the one message out. Y'all just keep throwing stuff at me, okay? Also, what's coming to me is someone could be a football player, or you could have a child who is like high school or college, and they play sports, more specifically, like I said, football. Also, someone could be like volleyball or tennis. Yeah. Someone could also be a teacher as well, or just involved in school in some way. So like you could be like a counselor for students. You could even be like an assistant principal or a gym teacher, or whatever. But someone's involved in school, and that's even like, you don't even have to be directly. You could just like sub. So maybe you just decided to go do some sub work, or that's something that you can consider. Maybe you're trying to find different, like, side jobs, side hustles, random things to do. I'm definitely getting like somebody has like retired energy, but like this person is basically bored, just used to doing stuff and doesn't really want to just be sitting around. So this could even be like you just receiving information to pass on to someone else, because I don't feel like it's your energy, but it could be. But I feel like, so say for instance you're listening to this message, but like you have a mom who's already retired, but she's kind of sitting around bored and she's irritated and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm just bored, and probably keeps calling you or whatever. You're like, Mom, you definitely got to find something to do with your time, because I'm working. Okay. So maybe this is something that you can suggest to her, like, because I don't know all that, like, y'all have to look into the eligibility and the requirements as it pertains to that, because I know obviously they'd have to get like a background check, but I don't think you have to be like licensed per se to be a substitute for a day or two or something like that. So maybe that's something you could throw their way as a suggestion for, just to make them a little money and just have them something to do for the day. Okay, especially if they just, like if they bored, honey, they're gonna be entertained. They're gonna be entertained. I don't care what grade of school they decide to sub for, they're gonna be entertained. Okay, whether that's the little people, okay, because they're always fun and funny, right, and interesting, and then the big people, okay, we know it's always something going on with them, right, because emotions be everywhere with the teens, right? But yeah, so I'm also getting something about that, like some of you guys could have teenagers right now, whether they are like in that preteen, just now becoming a teen stage, or they are later in their teens, close to adulthood. But it's something about them just being, they're trying to learn to balance their emotions. So you can have like a teen that's just been very emotional. Excuse me. I am also getting like a female, right? So you can have a young female, young woman, young lady, who could just be quite emotional at this time. This person they could either be a Pisces or they could be a water sign of some sort, okay, or just have some type of water sign. But I am more specifically getting like Pisces or Cancer, more specifically somewhere in like their dominant like big three, okay, so their sun, their moon, their rising, or even their north node, and it's just being heavily like impacted at this time just due to certain planetary shifts. Okay, so just, give them a little grace and love on them a little more. Maybe they just, they're just going through some things and they could be giving you a little headache. There is also something there about that, just basically because I'm a mom, okay? So there's something there about like how our kids bring us a certain level of sanity, but also mess with our sanity at the same time. So it's like basically, your kids can drive you insane, right? They can drive you crazy a lot. They can get on your nerves, work your nerves, cause you some frustration. But at the same time, it's like without your kids, like you wouldn't be able to be sane or something like that. It's like they just, there's a balance there as a parent, as a mom. And I mean, don't get me wrong, if you are a man and you are a single father, then listen, this applies to you as well. But I am getting this is more so for a mother. It's like maybe your kid's been driving you nuts. Right, especially if you are a mom who is dealing with a teen that's extremely emotional at this time, and they're learning to like balance all that out and regulate themselves and whatnot, right? Some of them could even be going through like little breakups with their little boyfriends, right, or their little girlfriends, right? And just try to be mindful and remember how you felt in those times, right? Because as adults we come to grow and know like, baby, it ain't even that deep. Right? But at that time for you, it's that deep. You know what I'm saying? So, grant them a level of peace and space and just, a safe space, right? Just letting them know that you're there to support them, however you need to support them, and that you may not understand their specific situation, but you do overstand and understand from personal experience that it can be tough, and just help them find something, a positive way to shift that energy, okay? But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's like, it's like that your kids can work your nerves, right? They can cause you all kinds of frustration. They can do the most, right? They can ask you for 1,000,003,000 things. You're like, look, I ain't even did such and such for myself today. Can you let me breathe? Right? So they could drive you a little crazy, right? But at the same time, there's something there about how there's just that balance that is very necessary for us as moms, because without your kids, it's like, some would just absolutely go insane. Our kids are what at times cause us to have a certain level of sanity. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's because they just continue to bring you a good source of energy, as far as like, it's like, that they gonna love you unconditionally, right? And all your craziness and all your wacko moments and if you're mad and angry, or if you're looking a hot dang on mess, yes, some of them may, talk crazy about you a little bit, like, ooh, Lord, you need to go do your hair, mama, whatever. Right? Or like, ooh, why you wearing them? Or I'm getting lemon pepper steppers. Okay, so maybe some of y'all kids done try to roast some of y'all shoes before. They're like, what is them lemon pepper steppers? I don't know. Someone could also be from Florida as well, or somewhere down south. Okay. Well, let me not say down south. I'm in the Midwest, but just in a southern state. Let me say that. Okay. But yeah, there's just something there about that as well. Okay. So like I said, if it resonates, it resonates. But there's also something about I really don't like using this term, but it's kind of giving that energy. It's something about like you being the sacrifice, or you being like, really, it ain't even that. What it really is like, you're the leader. You set the tone. You are the first to do it. I'm getting Soulja Boy energy too, like, because you know how he be like, I did it first, that type of thing. I'm getting that energy too. But it's something about, it's like you are the creator. You are the one who you set the tone, you create the space, you start the trend. Something about like you do something first, or you go and you do XYZ first, and maybe people were kind of like on edge about doing a certain something, or maybe they just didn't think it was possible, or maybe they didn't know how to, or they just kind of arrive after you. I'm definitely getting that energy too. I'm getting energy of something about like you just show up first, you arrive somewhere first, you do something first, and then people follow suit, or people start to come behind you or follow you. And it's like whatever you do, you make it easier for others to come behind you. So an example, and this is like a super just random everyday type of example, but this is where the message came in from, where it kicked in for me. So I went somewhere the other day, and I basically I had some stuff in my hands that I was carrying, right? So long story short, it's like I kind of had some weight with me, right? Some weight on me, whatever you want to say, right? Some heaviness. I was carrying heavy things, whatever, right? And so I had to hold those things and then also get in and open the door, right? I also had to go back out and get something else, which was a little heavy, but I had to prop the door open so it, it would make it easier for me to go back in, okay? Now, in me doing that, I made it easier for myself, right, the second go round. But then following that, as I was coming back out to basically just shut everything down and lock up and all of that, there was someone coming in, like an Amazon, he was delivering a package, and it was a big heavy package, okay? And that could be something as well. Maybe some of you guys have Amazon orders coming in, or there's just something that's on the way to you that is a big package, okay? You could be already, aware of it. You could be waiting on it, whatever, but there's something that's coming in for you that's big, right? And I feel like this is just an energy as well. It's like some of y'all know you have something big on the way, but it just ain't showed up yet, right? But it's coming, okay? Maybe that's partially why, because it's that heavy, okay, that it's taking a minute to get to you, okay? Yeah, anywho, but so as I'm walking out, the Amazon guy, he's coming in, and it's just like it was the perfect time for me to be walking out to basically be of help to him, because otherwise he probably would have had a little bit of a struggle in having to put the package down, try to get the door open, try to keep the door open like with his foot or something, and pick the package back up and then walk it, you know what I'm saying? Then he also had to get to the elevator, and it was funny because as I'm doing my process, I end up just basically being able to help him. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. There's just something there about that. So you pull on that energy how you will and how you may. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the messages right there. I do feel that was quite a bit of information. So I hope that you process it and digest it for yourself. If it resonates, then that is a beautiful thing, and I pray that you receive it in its purest and high vibrational form. All right, and that it is something that will serve you and yours in a positive, beautiful way. All right, guys. So I love y'all. I am going to wrap up this message, and I will see y'all later. All right, take care.